So today we'll be talking about the tips for keeping our kidneys healthy. So of course the first and the most important thing is we need to keep ourselves well hydrated, okay? Especially if you don't have any conditions that prevent you from taking a lot of fluids, it's very important, especially in the hot weather. Then you need to make sure that you keep yourself well hydrated. So on average, you need to drink between 1.5 to 2 liters of water. Of course, you increase it if it is too hot or if you're working out. And if you're working out, you of course need to keep yourself well hydrated as well. And that is extremely important because when you work out, you sweat a lot, you lose a lot of fluid and electrolytes from your body through sweating, and it's important that you replenish those. Now remember that we have these medical conditions called diabetes, high blood pressure, and there's a third very important condition called obesity. Obesity means that you're very big, your body mass index is more than 29. So you need to make sure that you don't get obese, okay? You need to eat healthy, you need to eat a balanced diet. You should avoid eating junk food, which is what I'm seeing almost everybody now rushing for. Chips is one of the most popular foods in this country, followed by burgers, followed by pizzas, and all of these contain a lot of salt in them. They are also processed foods as well that contain very high contents of phosphorus, which is not good for our body in general. We also take a lot of soft drinks like our fizzy drinks, for example the sodas, the artificial juices, and these are not good for our body. When you become obese, it predisposes you to getting chronic kidney disease directly, because obesity has been linked to chronic kidney disease directly, or obesity can predispose you to becoming diabetic and hypertensive. And we do know from the previous talks that diabetes and hypertension are the single most common causes of chronic kidney disease in our population as well as worldwide. So we need to make sure that we eat a healthy diet. So what is a healthy diet? A healthy diet is a balanced diet, okay? Half of your plate, and I always insist on it, half of your plate should always be filled with vegetables. Then the other half you divide it into two, proteins and starch, and this is how your plate should always look like. And you should always start off with the salads first. When it comes to the drinks, there's nothing better than water, I can assure you. If it's not water that you like, then the fresh juices are much better, okay? Please try and avoid taking these carbonated fizzy drinks like the sodas. Please avoid taking the artificial juices as well, because they contain a lot of preservatives and a lot of sugar as well. Now, the other very important thing is exercise. Exercise is extremely crucial for the health of our bodies. It's important, one, to maintain and regulate your blood pressures, okay? What is recommended by the American Heart Association is vigorous exercise, brisk walking every day for half an hour, at least 5 days in a week, to make a total of 150 minutes every week, which is very simple to do. We just need to set aside half an hour from our busy schedules, either early morning or early evening, and do brisk walking until you sweat for half an hour or 30 minutes daily. It improves our circulation, okay? It improves blood flow to our critical organs. It helps to reduce our blood pressures as well, okay? And it also improves our mindset as well. It helps to reduce stress, and especially in this era where we are living, where there's a lot of stress, financial stress, emotional stress. I mean, exercise is really, really important in helping to maintain our kidneys healthy. But always remember that when you're exercising, you need to increase your fluid intake, your water intake, because you don't want to get too dehydrated as well. And overzealous exercise is also dangerous for our kidneys as well. I've had a couple of people who have come in, they've done 1,000 bench presses, or they've lifted weights for 2 hours continuously. This leads to muscle breakdown, and this clogs up our kidneys because of the toxins that are released from the muscles. So it's important not to overdo the exercise as well. Make sure that you keep yourself well hydrated. Now, we get a lot of aches and pains in this day and age, and the most readily available drugs are the most dangerous ones, unfortunately, because you go to the pharmacy, you tell them that you're having a headache, you tell them that you have sprained your ankle, you're having a backache, and the first thing the pharmacist does is he'll give you a blister pack of Brufen. Brufen is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. It has been known to cause kidney damage. Other drugs which are in the same class include diclofenac or indomethacin. There are some drugs called headaches or maramoja that also contain these drugs in them, and these drugs are not good for your kidneys. So it's important that when you get these problems, if you can't get to a doctor, if you get these headaches, if you get any sprains or anything like that, what you need to do is to just take Panadol and then see your doctor. Okay? Please avoid using these over-the-counter non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs routinely, because it will lead to kidney injury, and if it's left unchecked, it can lead to permanent damage to your kidneys. Another thing that we have been noticing that's been happening is the use of herbal medicines. Now, herbal medicines unfortunately have not been tested, so we don't know what ingredients they contain, how they will react with an individual's body, and a lot of them have been known to cause kidney injury and kidney disease as well. And apart from the kidney disease, they can also damage your liver as well. So it is important to avoid taking these herbal medicines. Okay, there are a lot of herbalists going around now putting up their advertisements that they can treat whatever kind of disease it is. Please try and avoid those herbal medicines, because they are not good for the human body. They will cause damage to your internal organs, including your kidneys and your liver. Very importantly is to have regular checkups done. Now remember, if you are at risk for developing chronic kidney disease, if you have diabetes, if you have high blood pressure, if you are obese, if you have a family history of chronic kidney disease, if you have had kidney injury before, and even though it has recovered, it does predispose you to developing chronic kidney disease and puts you at risk for chronic kidney disease. If you have HIV, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, please go for regular checkups for your kidney health. It's very, very important, because remember that early on in the disease, it is very silent. You will not get any symptoms or signs. Okay? And by the time that we do discover that you have chronic kidney disease, it is already established and at a much later stage, at which very little can be done. So the onus is upon yourselves to make sure that you get regular checkups done, especially if you are at high risk for developing chronic kidney disease. I hope this has been of use to you, and if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me on my website or through any of my social media platforms, or you can book a clinic at the MP Shah Hospital. Thank you.